As a Christian for more than 10 years doesn't mean I'm perfect or even close to what the Bible wants me to do. And interestingly, a lot of Christians, even pastors, forget this most fundamental and important thing that you need to know if you are a Christian today. Here's the thing, you can be serving church today, you can even be a pastor today, you can go to service every Sunday, you can give your tithes diligently, you can do lots of mission trip, you can do worship, you can do lots of things for church, but all this does not matter to God if you miss this one very important thing that interesting a lot of Christians and even pastors sometimes totally forgot to do. I just met some friends today. I was telling them, many people can go to church for many years, study many things, know Bible better than me, memorize better Bible better than me. But if they never apply them, then what's the point? Alright, so it's like blind faith. The funny thing is there are even professors who can memorize the Bible better than me, but they don't believe in Jesus. And what does that tell you? It tells you that knowledge is not everything. Application is, and relationship is as well. I personally call this the scary verse, and I believe many pastors normally avoid saying this verse. It's from Matthew 7:21 that Jesus said, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven will enter." So first point, even if you say you are Christian, doesn't mean you go to heaven. That's the first point to note there. Second, Jesus said that only those who do the will of the Father will enter. So here's the thing, are you doing what God asks you to do? Or are you presuming what you are already doing part of God's will? Which most Christians and pastors presume what they're doing is God's will. But is it really His will, or is it what you personally want? It's a big difference. Here's the thing, I'm not saying don't serve the church. By all means, please serve the church, especially if God told you so. But here's the problem. Many things that you want and what I want is not what He wants. It's normally not the same. Alright, those who know God will understand. Normally we want to do something or want to go somewhere. Let's say I want to go to Japan and do missions. Wow, but that's not what God called me to go. He wants you to go to places that is difficult, that normally will challenge your faith and challenge your trust in Him. That's the real mission. So many Christians, even pastors, presume that whatever they are doing in church is part of God's will. But is it really true, or is it what you desire? There's a big difference between the two. And I pray that you spend time to actually hear God for yourself, to know that what He wants, so that you follow according to His instructions and not what you desire personally. And you will know it's His will and His instruction when you face some sacrifice and challenge, asking you to do things that normally you will never do as well. The great example, all the disciples that you read in the Bible, any little thing or task that you see them do in the Bible, is it easy? No. Is that what they want? Obviously not. Alright, but why they still do it? Because they hear from the Father, and the Father told them to go to that direction, and sometimes even stubbornly they didn't want to go, end up got some problem, right? Then God had to cause conflict to make them go there, right? And that's the reality. Many people always want to feel comfortable only doing things they are comfortable with, and not available themselves to do uncomfortable stuff. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say here is this. Knowing God's will is important, but in order to know, you must spend time to pray with Him, talk to Him, and hear Him, so that you know His will and clearly know the will that He desires you to go. Do not do something just because it's convenient or just because it's easy, then you think that is God's will. No, that's not true. Alright, the true fact is that God will always love you and desire to ask you to do things for His will, to love others. It's never about yourself. If it's always about yourself, you are misleading and lying to yourself that you're hearing from God, which is not, unfortunately. So the reality check here is spend time with God and think about what God wants and start serving Him and spend time to hear Him. If you have issues hearing Him, then you have a big problem. Please speak to your pastor to learn how to hear God. Alright, if you don't know how. I pray this video will encourage you to spend time with Him, and I pray this video will encourage you to get to know Him and do His will as well. If you believe that, that's like me, comment amen below. God bless.